Hi, guys. I hope that you are having a lovely day. Today, I'm going to react and translate another song from Grandson. No, this is not a diss. It was requested by the same guy or the same woman who requested that I did the I murdered Residente, yo maté a Residente. I mean, he didn't did it, actually the person didn't request it. I wanted to do a reaction, but they mentioned it, to tell me if I have ever listened to that song, and I haven't. So I'm going to watch it now, and it's called Imagina que. Imagine that. Imagine all the people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's that one.
Les pediré que cierren los ojos mientras les cuento esta historia. Quiero que se imaginen a esa niña.
Okay, so then it's starting out. I don't know the hashtag Blackout Tuesday, what that means. If you guys know, leave it in the comment if it's something that happened here in the United States, or if was it only in what do you call it, Spain, or was it in the social medias, and that's why he's using it. Because this guy uses a lot of stuff that are. I mean, he knows what's going on. He know, and that's one. See, this is there go digressing. I was just gonna say how European and South American and Africans know more about what's happening in the United States than Americans who live here. So, and he knows a lot about what's going on in the United States. But let's go back to this. So he started out, I don't know if it's his voice, but it has that Spanish accent and it's saying, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to imagine that girl. What girl? We don't know. Let's hear it.
When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. Another nigga deceased, another story is told. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold. Another nigga deceased, another story is told.
Quiero que cierres los ojos e imagines a una niña con su madre y con su hermano en una balsa, intentando atravesar el mar bajo un cielo gris, huyendo de un país donde no queda esperanza.
Okay, he's talking about migration, but the illegal one, the undocumented one. But he's not talking about the United States, okay? I guess he's talking about people going to Spain. So he's saying, imagine a girl with her mother in a yacht, but it's not a yacht. It's more like a lifeboat, like one of those regular boats. So don't imagine a luxury thing. And the sky is gray. So he's describing it. He's describing the girls and with the mom coming in the ocean with a gray sky.
Donde un niño solo tiene futuro como soldado y una niña vive con el miedo de la amenaza, donde un padre y una madre hacen todo lo posible por poner algo en la mesa si la paga no le alcanza.
Okay, so he's talking about how the boy is afraid or lives in fear of being recruited by the military, and the daughter, what?
Quiero que cierres los ojos e imagines a una niña con su madre y con su hermano en una balsa, intentando atravesar el mar bajo un cielo gris, huyendo de un país donde no queda esperanza, donde un
Okay, so he said they're escaping from a country where there's no hope.
niño solo tiene futuro como soldado y una niña vive con el miedo de la amenaza, donde un
Okay, so the boy only lives with the hope, his future is only to be a soldier, and the girl lives with the threat. With the threat of what? I don't know, because he doesn't say.
padre y una madre hacen todo lo posible por poner algo en la mesa si la paga no le alcanza. Quiero que imagines a esa niña y la cara preocupada de un hermano pequeño que la abraza, con los sueños destruidos y el miedo en la espalda. Del amanecer al alba.
That's deep. So then he's describing like the dad and the mom are going crazy because they don't have enough money to feed them. And then the little boy, the brother, is hugging the sister to comfort her. That's so sad, because I've seen that situation. I've been in that situation where the kid is acting like an adult. So instead of being the mom comforting the kid, it's the kid, the youngest one, comforting the sister, comforting the sister.
Va el sonido de sirenas y el silencio de la nada, esperando una oportunidad cuando el cielo es malva, una valla, un muro, policía.
Okay, so he's talking about now how the silence of the ocean, he's talking about mermaids, myth stuff. But it's not that the mermaids that he said, but like, the kids maybe thinking about they're going to see mermaid, and probably the parents tell them that to keep them, happy, to keep them optimistic, to take them away from the reality that they're here. Because I cannot imagine ever having to do something like that. I would, and I have heard of so many people that they come walking all the way from Uruguay, from how? It's amazing, the human nature. And then these people going to Spain in the ocean, and they do that from Cuba and Dominican Republic, but that the canal between Puerto Rico and Cuba, I mean, in Dominican Republic, it's not that far, but people still die. It's still dangerous. The ocean is dangerous,
Con armas, risas y balas, odio, desconfianza, unos ojos que te juzgan, dedos que señalan, pidiendo clemencia a un Dios que no la salva.
Okay, so eyes that judge you, hands that don't save you, asking for mercy from a God that doesn't listen.
Justicia y la mentira en el peso de la balanza, la malicia y la envidia dependiendo de la raza, se siente la misma.
La malicia y la envidia, there's a bar there. The evilness and the envy depending on the race. Wow.
Presa en otro coto de caza, de la frontera en Texas a Calais en Francia, las mismas balas que matan en Angola, las mismas olas como venas que sangran.
Okay, great. I love that. Okay, I love this imagery that he's doing, because he's talking about like the bullet that of the people that kill immigrants, because there's a bunch of ranchers in Texas around that area that when people are trying to sneak in, and they have all the legal right to do it because you're other people's property, they kill them. And they say those are the same bullets in Angola. And then he talks about the ocean as a death trap, like the ocean is just as dangerous as those bullets. And he talks about like from Texas to Italy.
Se siente en un tablero donde solo es una carta en una guerra de países, intereses y alianzas. Es cierto, no historias del Quijote y Sancho Panza, puedes verlo en las...
Okay, now he's talking about literature now. He's throwing in Cervantes, and he's talking about too in this part here. He's talking about, wait, hold on, because I want to hear that part again.
Olas como venas que sangran, se siente en un tablero donde solo es una carta en una guerra de países, intereses y alianzas.
So she sits on a tablero, okay, which is just a tablero. I don't know what that is. It's a table, or is it the what do you call this thing? The laptop, the tablets. Maybe tablero, because he says just like a letter. So maybe she's writing a letter, but and then he's saying about alliances among countries, wars, and that this has nothing to do with these people. Wars against countries, and then alliances that come on later, but that no matter what, they forget the people. They forget these immigrants that are running for their life, to save their life.
Es cierto, no historias del Quijote y Sancho Panza, puedes verlo en las noticias en tu LCD.
Okay, so he's saying this is true. So he's telling them this is true. This is not like Miguel Cervantes' story, fantasies. This is something that actually did happen. It's in the news.
De plasma, se siente en un tablero donde solo es una carta en una guerra de países, intereses y alianzas. Es cierto, no historias del Quijote y Sancho Panza, puedes verlo en las noticias en tu LCD de plasma. Imagínate una cara entre tantas, el lobo en el camino quiere volver a casa, las cartas para caer en la trampa. Y ahora imagínate que es, imagínate una herida que sangra, la verdadera vida y la mentira del karma, una armadura sin armadura, la fuerza se ablanda. Y ahora imagínate que es, ahora imagínate.
I love that hook. But you notice that he has no, you don't notice because I'm translating. Hold on, let me rewind the hook one more time. Hold on. I like this hook. So but basically what the hook is saying, like imagine, he's still asking you all this to you for you to imagine, okay? So you're imagining this girl on the ocean, dark. You imagine her parents telling her, "Oh, look at the mermaids," and they're looking for mermaids. The little brother's trying to hug the girl to, you know, comfort her, and it's like this is so like maybe he's saying that we are on the tablets, you know, like if it was letters, if we had letters, and we think that this is so fantasy that it's not real, like if it was one of the Miguel Cervantes stories, and he's talking about how it's in the news, and then in the chorus there that he's singing, he's saying, you know, she's walking in the street amongst other people, and hold on.
Cierto, no historias del Quijote y Sancho Panza, puedes verlo en las noticias en tu LCD de plasma. Imagínate una cara entre tantas.
Into NFS the plasma. He's talking about the TV, the plasma TV.
El lobo en el camino quiere volver a casa, las cartas para caer en la trampa. Y ahora imagínate que es, imagínate una herida que sangra.
Okay, so imagine a life that bleeds.
La verdadera vida y la mentira del karma.
The real life and the fake life of karma.
Sin armadura la fuerza se ablanda.
Without things get softer without the gun. Without arms. Things get softer.
Y ahora imagínate que es, ahora imagínate esa misma niña en Siria o en Gaza, la suerte del futuro jugada a una sola baza.
Okay, so he's saying now imagine that she's in Syria or in Gaza. Gaza, the strip in Israel between Israel and Palestine, which a lot of people have died. There's a lot of dead people there. And Palestinian kids.
La mezcla del olor al miedo y el sabor a pena y el tacto.
La mezcla del olor al miedo. The mix of the smell of fear. Yo, this guy is deep, no. Wait, hold on, let me get it back.
La baza, la mezcla del olor al miedo y el sabor a pena y el tacto de.
And the taste of pena, which could be either the taste of shame or the taste of pittiness. So either it's a taste. So he's like, imagine this girl in Syria or in Gaza. Imagine this kid in Syria or in Gaza. Now she's no longer in the ocean. And then he talks about, throws in an imagery, a metaphor of smell, that you smell the fear. That's a strong image, okay? And the taste. And that's a good comparison. That's a good imagery right there. That's an excellent imagery that he's using, because it has to be shame. A taste of shame in your mouth. Wow.
De la arena cuando camina descalza, intenta imaginarte a esa.
Okay, so the girl when she's walking without shoes. So it's not feeling sorry. It's more about shame. So I mean, I do like it because like I told you guys, I love lyrics. If you're coming to my channel, it's because you love lyrics, you love language, te encantan la letra, te encantan los idiomas, te encanta. You like that syntax, you know, boom, you put it here, you put it there. And yes, it's so vivid, you know, the taste of shame and the smell of fear.
esa niña con el trauma, explotada en su país por familias de clase alta, soñando con la vida que le ofrezca más que nada.
Okay, so imagine the shame of that girl walking without shoes. I mean, she's tasting it and she's being exploited by rich people to work in their house, to clean housekeepers. And they do that in a lot of Latin American country and they do it here. What am I talking about? We don't have to say Latin American country. That's why undocumented people are not going to stop. It's not them coming in. It's the need, the demand for it. Because people, middle class, up middle class. I'm not talking about my level, working class.
Para acabar violada cada día en una cama en la frontera de Italia.
Okay, so she's being raped every day in bed. So just to end up, so she's being exploited to clean and cook, and at the same time, then she's being raped every day. And then he's on a bed, and then he's talking about Italy. Hold on.
En la frontera de Italia sin saber una palabra, un futuro que no llega y un presente que se escapa, un pasado que se olvida en un corazón con taras, el juego de tortura de la...
Un presente que es, oh my God, que se escapa, un pasado que se olvida. I love that. Wait, hold on.
Que no llega y un presente que se escapa, un pasado que se olvida en un corazón...
So a future that doesn't get here, a present that escapes you, and a past that you forget. So they live in limbo. Basically, that's what he's saying. The present is escaping them. They're forgetting the past. It's in this little girl's head. Okay, because you got to imagine, she's a little girl. Her memory is not that long. So she will forget where she comes from. She forgets the love that she had. And now she's working for a rich family. She's being raped every night. Her present is bad, is detrimental, is disgusting. And the future, the hope that things are going to be better never gets there. So she's living in limbo, in hell, man.
Corazón con taras, el juego de tortura de la cazuela y la rata, distintos verdugos pero con el mismo karma.
Wait. We're talking about now the rabbit and the turtle race. What are we talking about, the rabbit and the
No llega y un presente que se escapa, un pasado que se olvida en un corazón con taras, el juego de tortura de la cazuela y la rata, distintos verdugos.
Okay, so he's making a comparison, an analogy between the way that she lives, and it's like a game of a race between the rabbit and the turtle, with her life, the present, the past, and the future.
Verdugos pero con el mismo karma, cicatrices de los clavos en las palmas. Imagínate alta mar en un barco de ayuda humanitaria que prohíben atracar, el enemigo está en la placa.
Okay, so imagine a ship for humanity. So it's a humane ship that's going to go ahead and help the people in this country. Now we're going, I guess, back to war, or maybe there's a disaster, but they don't let them anchor. They don't let them get to the land.
Imagínate a esa niña obligada a ser mayor, convertida en mujer a la fuerza.
So imagine that girl being forced to become a woman. Imagine a little girl.
Intentando compensar su miedo con la vergüenza, paciencia de un corazón.
Trying to compensate her fear with the shame.
Atravesado por lanzas, la inocencia aderezada de...
Wait. Lanzas what? This is a sad song. But this is the reality that we live.
De un corazón atravesado por lanzas, la inocencia de...
The innocence of a heart cut through with swords.
Aderezada de ignorancia. Una niña a la que luego dejan en la zanja, el turismo sexual y la nueva plaga.
Okay, so she's talking about, so the girl's not getting her education, and here they are, they leave her in the farm, and she is prostitute for tourists, which it happens in a lot of countries. I know it happens in Dominican Republic. The need for money, that a lot of parents that are broke, poor, they go ahead and prostitute their kids, And it's not just DR, it's happening in a lot of countries. And these tourists, that's what they go there. Matt Gates.
Y ahora imagínate que es blanca.
Pueden verla.
Wow. Okay, so now imagine that she's white. So that's why he kept saying, imagínate que es, but he would not finish it. He wouldn't complete the sentence. So now, almost at the end of the song, I imagine it's the end of the song. We still got a little bit more. Let's see what he says after that. Then he says, imagine that she's white. I know where he got that idea. That's from the movie The Lawyer with Matthew McConaughey. No, not Matthew. Yes, this hold on. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey movies. The Lawyer. I think it was the Lincoln Lawyer. Or Time to Kill. Maybe it was a Time to Kill. One of those two movies. I can't remember which one was it. It might have been A Time to Kill. I think it was A Time to Kill. That the guy killed, the father killed the people who raped his daughter. But I remember that at the end of that movie, when the Matthew had to give his speech to the jurors, he's giving his presentation. He goes ahead and says, he's asked them to close their eyes. And at the end, he tells them the story of a little girl walking on the street, being pulled over, being pulled, not pulled over, but being pulled, being hit, being raped over and over, and then being tortured and being murdered. And then he said, now imagine she's white. And all the jurors in that movie, that kind of impacted them. They opened their eyes. So he did the same thing here. Quite interesting.
Y ahora imaginen que es blanca.
Imagínate una cara entre tantas. El lobo en el camino quiere volver a casa. Las cartas para caer en la trampa. Y ahora imagínate que es blanca. Imagínate una herida que sangra. La verdadera vida y la mentira del karma.
I'm glad that he thinks that way. I hope he does. I hope he really means that, because he's Spanish. And Spanish people don't like immigrants, just like the British and just like the United States. They don't like undocumented immigrants, that's for sure. And especially when those immigrants are my skin color. Because if I might show it to you sometimes. I mean, I don't know if there's still there videos of people, insulting. And in England, it happened. This lady was insulting a black woman on a train. And in Spain, I never forget, a guy went ahead and boom, he kicked a girl that was sitting down just because she was Latina. And he was calling her name Sudaca. That's what they call us. So I hope he does feel like that. I've been to Spain. I visited, vacation. It's a different story when you're going as a vacation wise. And I didn't experience any racism targeted towards me the few times that I was there, the few days that I spent. But I have heard stories. And I know that they murdered a Dominican woman back in the 90s because she was black. And it's ironic that all three countries, Spain, England, and the United States do not want undocumented immigrants, don't like them, and yet these are the countries that have invaded and had more colonies than any other countries. Well, if you got to hear, I'm sorry, I didn't know this song was going to be this way. I did enjoy it because I like songs that talk about reality, and he did a good job. If you got to the way to the end, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.